Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. So today we are talking about the new movie called Watcher. It is a thriller directed by Chloe Okuno. It has a small release in theaters right now, and I want to say it's also on streaming as well.
But no one has really noticed before.
As a serial killer stalks the city, a young actress who just moved to town with her boyfriend notices a mysterious stranger watching her from across the street. So I've been a fan of Maika Monroe since It Follows came out. That was the first movie that I ever saw her in, and obviously I absolutely love that movie. If you guys are fans of the channel, you know that it's definitely one of my favorite horror movies of recent memory. I know it's kind of split among audiences, but I really enjoyed it. So I loved her in that. Also loved her in The Guest. So if you haven't seen either of those movies, I definitely recommend you guys checking those out. But yeah, when I saw the trailer for this, you know, putting her back in this type of role, like a thriller / horror type of movie, I was really looking forward to this. And it is a smaller release, like I said in the intro here. It doesn't have that wide of a theatrical release, I believe. I was surprised that it was actually playing fairly close to me, because that usually doesn't happen, but it was. So with her character, at one point, it's nighttime, and she looks across at the apartment buildings, and the lights are off, but you can see the shape of what looks like a person watching from the other window and just seems to be staring at her. Doesn't think too much of it at first, but, as the days kind of go on, seems to be that that person's still there. And then as she's out and about in the city doing different things, going to the grocery store, going to a movie theater, she feels like she is being watched and stalked by someone, and she thinks that it could be the same person. So and I'm not going to say much more than that. That's the basic idea of this film. And yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. The film primarily focuses on Maika Monroe's character in this movie, and when you have a movie that is like that, you definitely need a strong performance from your lead character, and I feel like she delivers that in this role. And Monroe's character, she's put into an environment that she's not familiar with. So she is moving back to her boyfriend's home country, so she's not really familiar with the area. She doesn't speak the main language. She's trying to learn to, but she definitely doesn't speak it fluently. And then as things start happening, the people around her start, questioning her because they feel like maybe she's overreacting to the situation. So you really get that sense of isolation for this character, where there's not really anywhere that she can turn to, doesn't have a lot of friends from this area. So you do feel that this character is isolated, which I feel like helps create that tension throughout the movie as well. And the director, Okuno, she does a good job of creating and maintaining that tension throughout the film. By a lot of these shots, you don't really get a clear picture or look at the person that could be following Monroe's character throughout the movie. So you don't know if that it is the same character that she thinks she sees from across the building, or if maybe this could all be in her head. So I like that they played a little bit with that as well. As far as negatives, I would say go for the film. It's something, you've probably have seen a bunch of movies with a similar concept and idea to this, so it doesn't really do anything to break new ground for the film. And I would honestly say that the ending, to me, felt a little abrupt as well. But you do get a really good performance from Maika Monroe, and just the direction and the execution of the film as a whole, I think, puts Watcher above some of the other titles in this specific genre. So overall, I actually really enjoyed this. There were some moments in the movie where I was actually, pretty tense, on edge. So I thought it was definitely worth checking out, whether you see this, in the movies. Like I said, it's kind of a small release, so I don't know if it's going to be playing out there for all you guys. But if not, I believe if it isn't already, it should be on streaming fairly quickly. So definitely recommend you guys checking this out. Overall, as far as the score goes, I'm going to give this a 7.8 out of 10. So did you guys get a chance to check out The Watcher, whether it would be on theaters or on streaming? If you did, let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. And if you aren't, is this something that is on your radar now and that you are going to be checking out? Definitely let me know. And as always, guys, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button as well as the bell button next to it. That way you get notifications for all my new videos. Give this video a thumbs up, as that really always helps. Any comments or anything helps with the video's engagement, and it really helps out the channel overall, so I appreciate that. And as always, guys, please make sure to check back for more Pop Culture with Pat.